Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes, welcome once again to another Geek Culture Congress. And one of your hosts is always Louis Speedy Jr. Gonzalez, accompanied by the world-famous DJ and influencer, Joey Franchise. We're live in studio. Sir, how you doing today?
Feels good to be in studio live.
Yeah, we're almost back to normal. Almost.
Vaccines is out, but so far nobody's turned into a zombie or gained superpowers yet.
No, not yet. But we do have via technology.
Tarek actually got superpowers today, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my Negro superpowers tonight.
Of course. My good friend Tarek Lewis, actor, comedian, writer extraordinaire, via internet with us here on Geek Culture Congress. And ladies and gentlemen, what hasn't been announced this week or last week or a couple weeks ago, I forget. We took a little hiatus there for a couple weeks right there because we have vacations and things going on, but we're back to talk about everything today. All the Disney and Marvel announcements that happened on the shareholder meeting. I guess apparently if you have a stock or two of Disney, you're not an investor to be privy to these kind of things. Tarek, I don't even know how that works.
Listen, let's just start off with fire. Their casting of Robert Downey Jr. As Launchpad McQuack in the live DuckTales movie is
fire
to me the biggest news.
Yeah, are you excited? You're lit. Damn, I wasn't even gonna touch the record. They announced so much stuff with just the Disney and the Marvel stuff by itself. We will fill up the show, but I didn't want to even touch all the Pixar and regular Disney stuff that they announced.
Screech playing Namor, the Submariner. Screech from Saved by the Bell playing him. That's the one for me.
Oh man, that I don't know. That was not official.
I'm being facetious there.
Oh, okay.
All right, come on now.
I got everybody to get excited now. Okay, and start bombing the chat.
People, if our listeners, our watchers thought the Screech was going to play Prince Namor.
I don't want them to get all excited for no reason. No. So let's get into it, man. I want to get into our favorite subject here on the show, just Star Wars stuff. Man, Obi-Wan show. Official. Hayden Christensen will be back as Darth Vader in Darth Vader form for the Obi-Wan show. How do we feel about this? Is this you think they're gonna do it as flashback? How do you think it's gonna be actually executed? And we're just guessing right now.
Yeah, I think they fronted when they tried to not do all the comic book lore and stuff with the third Star Wars trilogy.
Right.
Yeah, the third Star Wars trilogy. And I think they're like, okay, let's revisit some of the lore from those comics and books that came out in that period, even though they're not canon still.
Right.
I think they're going back and okay, maybe they saw each other again. Maybe Obi-Wan was active, maybe. And I like Hayden. Listen, one of my beefs with people from the prequels,
the prequel people,
is that Hayden Christensen was awful. I think the writing was awful.
I don't think the writing was good until I think I think universally everyone accepts episode 3 as decent.
Right. But the fact that he's this whiny kid, I'm like, that's what people who become mass killers are. They're whiny, spoiled kids.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think he did a bad job. I think it was the interpretation that we didn't like.
Yeah, well, it all has to do about the director
that's
too.
Very subjective.
How he's directed as well. I mean, it's just not only the writing too, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't bad in Takers or was that movie Jumper?
Yeah,
he wasn't bad in that. He was who he was.
Exactly.
So I'm okay. And this Darth Vader, long as that voice is straight, as long as we got the voice good, I'm cool.
Oh yeah, well, we don't know how exactly is they're gonna have him actually voice it, or is it gonna be I forget the real voice of Darth Vader. I forget his name right now.
James Earl
Jones. Then it hasn't been announced yet. But we'll wait to see, man. I mean, I'm excited. And a lot of fans of Revenge of the Sith are excited too. Joey, what do you feel about it?
I know Hayden Christensen's super hyped that he's getting a check again.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
He gets them royalty checks, right?
I
You'd be surprised.
I hate to do it to him like that, but let's just keep it real.
Yeah.
It needs to be done.
It needed to be done. I think he will. I don't think he's a bad actor. I thought he was dope and Jumper. He, like you say, he was who he was. He was in Takers. He was good in that. yeah, it just they just didn't write him really well in this in the previous Star Wars prequels. But I think this is a time for him to kind of redeem himself, and I think it's interesting to see what Darth Vader is going to look like. I wonder if they're going to have like the mask off at times. So it's going to be interesting to see how Darth is going to look after what Revenge of the Sith. What we saw from there, but I think it's a good. It's solid to kind of redeem himself, and hopefully they've been writing very well for Mandalorian, and I'm really excited for all the other Star Wars Disney Plus series that Disney announced during the investors meeting. This is it's a good look for Hayden Christensen. I'm interested in seeing what happens in the Obi-Wan series. It's gonna be good.
Let's see what happens. But our favorites, Saint Jon Favreau and Saint Dave Filoni, who are probably single-handedly saving Star Wars right now. I have new shows coming up. They were announced as well. And, of course, we're going to talk about the whole final season, season 2 of The Mandalorian. We get to talk about it all because we all saw it now in the final season finale that's been buzzing on the internet for all this time. And we're gonna talk into that. We're going to talk about that in a little while. We're going to get through these announcements. So a lot of these shows similar to us have already been beating this down with a bat. But, we haven't given our take on it. And, well, I want to focus on the Disney and the Marvel stuff because it was just a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff that's if you haven't never believed that there will be a streaming wars, it has started. All right, like it is and it's a 3-pronged war. Disney, Netflix, and HBO Max.
Disney came out swinging.
Yeah, and they came with the nuclear bombs. They're not playing around. So we got. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are working on Rangers of the New Republic and, of course, Ahsoka TV show, which we already know. I'm pretty sure the Ahsoka TV show is going to be based on Ahsoka looking for Grand Admiral Thrawn. I don't think it's much of and that's a little spoiler for anybody who hasn't really gotten to season 2 of Mandalorian. Sorry about that. But Rangers of the New Republic, what possibly could this be about? Now, supposedly, according to Jon Favreau and his, he did an interview on Good Morning America, and I actually watched it before we started the show today. He's saying that this is going to be based also in the same timeline as The Mandalorian, so 5-10 years or so after Return of the Jedi. So could it be that this is like a New Republic Rangers that are hunting down Empire remnants? That's what they are. They're like the CIA of the New Republic.
Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the CIA. I mean, like actual Texas Rangers.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like
sounds
they're official bounty hunters, for the New Republic, right? But not actually bounty, but marshals, or should I say,
Yeah, marshals, U.S. marshals.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they sound like. Yeah,
and I don't know. There was nothing really I could grasp on from the Mandalorian season 2 that I could say that will be tied into this Rangers of the New Republic. So. Joey, what do you think? Is there something going to be completely fresh? You think they're going to come with this?
Yeah, I think it's going to be
characters.
It's going to be pretty fresh, and you also are going to have Mando crossover. From what I heard, Pedro Pascal is going to be crossing over in a lot of these series that are going to be popping off on Disney. So I mean, I think it's going to be a fresh take, but I think that who's the girl with the face tattoo that he was rolling with?
She is from, there's a new Marvel trailer that got released today, got dropped today. Thank you, sir. And
Gina Carano?
Yeah, Gina Carano. Yep.
Yeah.
The one who plays, I can't remember her name. I'm going to look it up.
Cara Dune.
I think she's gonna have something to do with it, though. She's gonna be in this one. I'm assuming she's gonna be in Rangers.
Cara Dune. Is that Cara Dune?
Mm-hmm.
Is her name?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On the show, yeah.
Because she's technically a marshal of that planet right now. So unless she gets her,
she didn't. As we'll get into the show, she left for, to handle things. So
interesting.
I like the idea of the Rangers of the New Republic. I liked one of the things I liked. I mean, of course, everybody likes. We'll still call him Baby Yoda till we get to it. Was that like, okay, the New Republic's out there and they're trying to clean things up.
Right.
And they're like almost the new authority, like, okay, you guys are the new authority now. And they're putting things back in place. I like that aspect of it because that gives you the beauty of Star Wars is that you have a plethora of stories to tell.
Absolutely,
And
it's a
you
galaxy.
have so many stories to tell.
Yeah, it's
And
a galaxy.
Marvel has a lot of stories to tell, but Marvel is limited by characters we know. Star Wars, you can make up stories now and say, okay, this was going on in this sector, and this was happening, and here are these new characters. Like we never heard of Cara Dune before, or the little baby Yoda. Like prior to the prequels coming out, we never heard of Ahsoka Tano, and now we're like, oh, is she the strongest Jedi? So Star Wars can just create characters, whereas Marvel has, and DC and other properties have like, okay, these are characters that have already been made, so they can tell whatever story, and that's what I think. There was no Kylo Ren 10 years ago.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I think that's where they messed up by not like creating.
They didn't build up to what we got.
Yeah, I feel like we didn't get much context of like Kylo Ren. Like he just popped up on screen. Like this is the guy. Now this is our new bad guy.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't get much. No drama there, right? No build up. I don't know. Anyway, but talking about something that's getting built up, Andor, I guess is a prequel to Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what the character's full name is, but Andor, I guess, is one of the rebel spies that dies at the end of Rogue One. And this is a prequel show about him. He's actually getting his own show, and there's some heavy duty directors behind this show too. If I'm not mistaken, there's like some like Oscar-winning stuff, and I see your cat wants to get in on the conversation there.
Yeah, man,
it's all good. It's all good.
He's out of control.
It's all good. What do you think? What do you think, Kat? What do you think about the Andor show? We're gonna get the Star Wars Bad Batch. So, like I said, we got a little bit of them in the last season of the Clone Wars, and we're gonna get more in an animated form of the Bad Batch. What do you guys think that's gonna build up to? Because obviously, if it's gonna be like about them probably rebelling against Order 66, maybe, or something like that.
Oh, I'm not familiar with the Bad Batch from Clone Wars.
Man, yeah. So they're like a bad batch of clones that are like deformed, or have different things in their DNA that make them unique.
Okay.
So each one is different, even though they're clones and brothers. They're still, one could be very muscular, the other one is very brainy, the other one's a great sniper. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Yeah.
They have their strengths and weaknesses instead of just being a regular rank and file clone. And
gotcha.
And even one of the famous clone generals or whatever, he actually joins them at the end in the final season of Clone Wars, and he walks away, from the actual show.
Yeah.
So he's going to be part of that show, and I'm interested. I'm interested to see what that's all about. What do you think? Did you get to finish that last season of Clone Wars?
No, I didn't get to watch it.
Yeah, you got to tap into that, guys, because there's a lot of things that happened in that last season, especially the and
it's all tied into the real life stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
The Siege of Mandalore. The last 4 episodes of that series, it's a little mini movie series practically, and it's Ahsoka versus Darth Maul, with Order 66 happening in the middle of it. So it's dope. It's really dope. It's a really dope show. Star Wars Visions is going to be Japanese little short stories, little short animated stories, but done in Japanese animation style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I recently got a chance to, I guess they added it to Amazon Prime. Watch there was a Japanese X-Men.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, I recently got to watch that. Yeah, it's a Japanese X-Men cartoon.
Have you guys watched the Japanese Spider-Man?
Yeah. Yeah.
The Japanese Spider-Man is wild. It's like Power Rangers on spider heroin. Or spider LSD. That's what the Japanese Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
Lando's gonna get his gonna get some Donald Glover, some young Lando action.
He's coming back?
Yeah, he's gonna get his own show. Official. Look, it's an announcement right here. Lando.
You got Childish Gambino coming back?
Yeah, he's coming back.
Yeah, that's where they go too far.
Why you say that? But Joe,
I heard this. Gambino. I love Donald Glover. I like him as Earn on Atlanta. Like, I just need you to be Earn right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, so.
Do we need a Lando show? Unless it's just like about pimping.
Oh, it could be. But, think about it. I actually heard this was a great idea that I heard on Kevin Smith's podcast, of all places. And the idea was, what if Billy D. Williams was the narrator of the Lando show? Like, well, when I was younger, I went to Alderaan you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be cool.
And like completely narrated by Billy D. Williams, but with Donald Glover in there doing him.
Yeah, no, that could be cool. That could be cool. I think this is just where Disney like the cash cow part scares me.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of there's a fat cow because I'm not even done with all the announcements here. The Acolyte.
If they get to an Ewok show, I'm out. And they're like, "Yo, we're gonna do a show just the Ewoks." All right, man, I'm good.
That's gonna happen. I'll probably put money on that. Well, I already did, didn't they? They did the animation one like that, right?
Yeah, they had a cartoon show back in the day.
Okay. Well, that wasn't Disney. That was good old Lucasfilm, old school Lucasfilm. The Acolyte is a show that will be coming to Disney Plus. And apparently this is based on, from the graphic, it looks like it's like dark side based, or dark side focused. And it's supposedly in the description that I remember reading, it was a new, evil force comes out of like the Republic. Like it's going to be very like pre Phantom Menace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
it's gonna be like how the Tea Party started.
Yeah. Something like that. Something like that. And then we're gonna get a show. I don't know if it's gonna be animated or not, but it's called A Droid Story. And I feel like we've had this before, Tarek.
It sounds
A droid
actually
story.
sounds pretty familiar.
Yeah, I think we had a cartoon about the droids already. If I remember
Definitely
correctly.
a science fair book, like book fair.
Yeah.
I definitely bought a C-3PO and R2-D2 adventure book for like 30 cents at a book fair.
Yeah. And then I saw a little teaser trailer of Patty Jenkins talking about her new Star Wars franchise. And it's a feature film that's going to be called Rogue Squadron.
Okay, like the video
story,
game.
Yeah, and I like the story behind it too, because it's like her dad was a pilot, was a fighter pilot.
Yeah,
So it's dope that she's getting to direct, this.
Oh, her actual father was a fighter pilot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm interested in it. Looks like it's gonna be dope.
Yeah, no, that sounds.
I like I've been playing Star Wars Squadrons.
Is that dope?
Game. The video game is very dope. I enjoy it. If you're not like into the duel, ship dueling and dogfighting, it's probably not gonna be for you. You know what I mean? Like if you're like a Call of Duty person, first person shooter kind of guy. But if I'm all about the TIE fighters and the X-wings, and now they even added the B-wing. Remember the big wing that goes like that they had in the show. You can fly those. You can fly ships that do supplies, and you can cure people and stuff like that while you're helping them. It's pretty dope. Anyway, I digress.
Bro, you're at another level of geekdom when you're like, I want to fly a supply ship.
Oh man, the game's fun.
Like, I want to deliver these boxes.
Yeah. Look, I'm about to drop $200 on a PlayStation VR just for that game.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. And I hope my wife is not listening to the show. Anyway.
Oh boy.
I hope your supervisor's not listening to the show. You be complaining about how much you get paid. They're like, "Well, you got $200 for VR."
Well, last time we checked,
actually, it's
got
$300. It's $300 at GameStop, and I don't want the Iron Man game.
Better start trading some games, bro.
I need to do something. I need to figure out something.
Trim that retail price.
That's a great freaking idea, Joey franchise. Yeah, that is a great freaking idea.
You finally got to let go of that Twisted Taxi game you had for 20 years.
For real. Sell that Sega Dreamcast.
No, I can't let the Dreamcast go, bro. That's a classic. Let's see. Things that are not Star Wars based, that are Lucasfilm based. Remember the film Willow? We talked about this. This was scooped by our friend, the scooper of the geekositymag.com. And he talked about the Willow show coming. sequel to the Willow movie. Remember that movie that came out?
Yeah, I'm not
that was
excited
before
about
your time.
I'm not excited about it. No.
Tarek knows. Tarek remembers the Willow movie. I'm actually gonna go rewatch it. I think it's on Disney Plus right now. The old movie.
Oh, I recently watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it worth revisiting, or is Star?
Yeah, it holds up. It holds up. They don't do anything else with that movie.
Okay. All right. Okay. I remember enjoying it. I remember enjoying it as a child, but I remember
it was like the never-ending story.
Yeah, it was something
didn't
like
need a sequel.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We didn't need to revisit that.
Well,
they're doing a series, you said?
yes, as a series, and it was originally a scoop by Mikey Sutton. Remember, we talked about it.
Yeah.
That was coming, and they are doing it. It was official in this. Warwick Davis is coming back, and
That's
all that good stuff.
We don't need a series on Willow.
Well,
if
coming.
it's good, it's good.
Yeah, it's coming.
What else is there before we get on to this Marvel meet?
Also announced today was the next installment of the Indiana Jones franchise, directed by James Mangold, a Star Wars feature film by writer-director Taika Waititi. Is that how I say it?
Taika Waititi.
Waititi. And Children of Blood and Bone, based on Tomi Adeyemi's New York Times best-selling novel, to round out the feature film slate. And that's all just Lucasfilm.
Wow.
Okay. That's just Lucasfilm. And I'm skipping all through all the Disney stuff because we're just going to go down a black hole if we go with all this.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about Mandalorian now, or what are we doing?
No. We're going to get to Mandalorian, but we're going to touch Marvel because, that's, where else are we here? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, you guys are such fanboys.
I want to tell everyone a disclaimer. Now, just because everything here seems exciting, there's always the potential that Disney can drop a ball on any of these shows. You know what I mean? I mean, remember that these are the same company that gave us the sequels for Star Wars and Iron Man 2, and you know what I mean?
I liked Iron Man 2. I would not take that slander.
Yeah, I won't take
Iron Man 3 too was also not great, and Thor 2, and anyway. But let's see, Marvel Studios, a show. Remember the comic book Secret Invasion?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're getting that. That's going to be the new show that was based on Samuel L. Jackson. Also, the gentleman who played the Skrull will be returning, Talos, in that show. Okay. We're going to get Ironheart.
I like that.
Disney Plus live action show.
I dig that.
So we're going to get that. We're going to also get Iron Wars, which I'm actually excited about. I like that comic book. Armor Wars, which is going to be Don Cheadle's show as James Rhodes as War Machine. Yeah, Cheadle, that's what you say. John Cheadle's show.
Yeah. I don't know how you said Taika Waititi correctly, not Don Cheadle. That was amazing name.
So I guess he's apparently going to face Tony Stark's worst fears. I can't hear. And
so if his weapons got into the wrong hands,
right.
Yeah,
and it's going to be
I wonder if Hammer is going to come back for that.
Yeah, I'm down for all that.
Yeah.
Some Hammer, some AIM.
Are we going to get Crimson Dynamo in this show?
Yeah.
Crimson Dynamo.
Crimson Dynamo. The actor has to come back too because I liked him in the movie. I did like him. Of course, we're going to get WandaVision. There's already a brand new trailer for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I highly recommend everyone to go check it out.
It looks really good.
The Loki trailer is freaking insane.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the little tidbit that they kind of like link these two. There's a famous person who disappeared on a plane, jumping out of a plane.
Yeah, so they're saying that was Loki.
Yeah, and so they kind of like or famous
ran
case, should
money.
I say? They ran off with money and
was.
disappeared. I forget his name too right now, and somebody had told it to me, and I know it was like a conspiracy about the guy and everything like that. But they like linked it there in the little trailer there. So everyone check it out. There's a trailer for the What If show, which is the animated show, which is actually dope as hell too. Where Hawkeye is getting filmed right now as we speak in New York City, I believe. And there's been set pics that's been leaked on the internet. So if anybody's enterprising, you can find those online right now. Ms. Marvel is another Disney Plus show. They also said, remember all those untied plots in the Incredible Hulk movie that we always complain about, like the Abominable Man and all that other stuff.
Which
It was
part?
over there, like in the
Abominable Man.
yeah, Abominable Man.
You mean Abomination?
Abomination.
Abomination. Yeah, I was like,
I'm thinking Abominable Snow Monster.
I'm getting I'm getting all my Hulk characters all mixed up. Yeah.
Yukon Cornelius.
And what's the guy with the big brain? I forget his name.
The leader.
The leader. Yeah. So all that stuff's gonna get tied into the She-Hulk show.
Oh, okay.
Tatiana Maslany. Are you familiar with that actress, Tarek?
Yeah, she's from Orphan Black.
Yeah, so she's gonna be She-Hulk.
She's great.
Yeah, she's gonna be She-Hulk, and of course Mark Ruffalo is gonna be in the show as well. The Hulk is returning. Okay. Tim Roth.
Yeah, that's dope. I'm surprised they brought Tim Roth back to play Abomination. Yeah. So that's gonna be cool.
So
yeah, I think that's dope too.
I'm down for that because there was a lot of like unfinished plot in that Incredible Hulk movie that I think She-Hulk could help out with, you know? Yeah.
I'm honestly more excited about the shows than the movies.
Yeah? What about Moon Knight? Are you excited about Moon Knight?
No, I am not.
Was apparently the Moon Knight, apparently Daredevil is going to be entangled with Moon Knight there.
How? Yeah. Isn't it based in like Egypt?
So apparently that's going to be the antagonist of Moon Knight, Daredevil. Or maybe there's going to be a fight or two. Charlie Chalk's Daredevil to face Moon Knight on Disney Plus, and that's a exclusive scoop from Mikey's son. You can check it out on his website, geekositymag.com. I don't know if I want to dive into it was actual writing there, but I'll invite everyone to go check it out. Okay, and then Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Is that going to be animated or live action? I don't remember.
I think it's going to be live action.
Yeah, it's going to be live action. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. And then original shorts of I Am Groot. So everybody's going to get their baby Groot fix.
Yeah, that's a cash cow moment right there.
Cash cow.
Yeah.
Well, for the kids.
I would, if I was Disney, I would definitely cash that check.
Yeah, baby Groot's for the kids.
Two feature films.
For the kids.
2 feature films. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. And we can only imagine what that's going to be all about. And MCU's Fantastic Four.
Finally.
In the works, officially.
With John Watts director of the Spider-Man movies, the recent ones.
Mm-hmm. So I'm excited about that. What's your fan cast for that Fantastic Four, Tarek?
Well, I mean, I've been looking at the rumors of John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. You know, of course, that would be great. I don't know what the rumors are on
are they a couple?
Johnny Storm.
Are they a couple? Like
they're married in real life.
Oh, okay.
They're a couple, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I want to say I saw some rumors on who would play, or maybe it's just a wish list on who would play Johnny Storm. I don't recall who it was. I think there was like maybe Chris Hemsworth. Not is it Chris? Maybe Liam Hemsworth would play him.
Yeah, maybe.
Chris Hemsworth's brother?
Yeah. He does some. He's in Godzilla and some other stuff.
Yeah.
There's also the gentleman who played the character with the mullet on Stranger Things.
That kid. Yeah.
Yeah, they're eyeing him. Apparently.
He was in Power Rangers. He was the Red Ranger.
Yes. So they're eyeing him.
Yeah, he was.
Him for.
I saw also Zac Efron too.
Zac Efron.
I thought Zac Efron, but I was like, I'm not sure if I heard that or if that was just who I would cast.
Wow.
But they also said they're talking John David Washington, Denzel's son.
As Johnny Storm, they're trying to do the black guy thing.
I don't know if they're gonna try to revisit the black Johnny Storm again, but they were saying if like Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, I could see that. I could see him playing that.
And I can see it too because look at who they casted as Kang the Conqueror, and that's Reed Richards' son in the comics.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, that'd be interesting to get John David Washington, to play that. And, was it Jonathan Majors?
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors, yeah.
That's playing Kang?
And that's official. That's official. I saw that on the Disney announcement, too. He will be Kang.
They just need to figure out whether we're going to make Fantastic Four cheesy, corny, or we're trying to go serious with it. And I think you can't do any, you got to do, because Fantastic Four, even as a comic book, has always been a little cheesy to me.
Yeah.
Because they fight like the Mole Man, you know what I mean? Like Mole Man coming, or like, and they're always teaming up with people. They need to figure out what they're going to be like. Are they going to be like the cookie cutter,
I doubt they're going to travel down the Mole Man road. I think they're going to I think they're going to like really dive into the whole Doctor Doom stuff as per usual. I mean, you can't throw a Fantastic Four movie and not have Doctor Doom.
Right. That's going to happen, obviously. Of course, what's going to happen, and we've been waiting like a year and a half almost, Black Widow, Shang-Chi.
Let me just go back to Fantastic Four really quick. What they should do, I'm going to pull a Joey franchise. What they should do is make the movie about Doctor Doom. Kind of like
that would be interesting.
Infinity War is about Thanos. Mm-hmm. They should do the Fantastic Four movie from Doctor Doom's perspective.
That'd be interesting.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
He's a big enough character, and he crosses over with a lot of other Marvel characters too. So,
yeah,
it'd be dope. But I wouldn't want them to put Doctor Doom right away. I'd want them to.
Oh, you want to wait for Doctor Doom?
I'd rather wait, just because I feel like there can be a Thanos type buildup for Doctor Doom to use him for like a greater threat.
Yeah.
Where they would need a Fantastic Four.
Some Jamaican warlord. And it would be like, this is an awful villain.
Man, Black Widow, look, guys, are we tired? I'm not even excited about the movie no more. Just like, man, just put it out there.
I'm searching the internet for plot leaks because I'm just at the point where I just want to know what happens, and I'll just watch the movie whenever it comes out. Because I thought that Disney should have announced that they put it on Disney Plus.
Man.
Like,
Disney,
I don't understand
Disney
what the problem is.
Disney prints money. They couldn't put that on Disney Plus.
That's what I'm saying. And after they made the announcement with all those movies.
I know you just suffered through 2020, guys. Here's Black Widow. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. At least that. At least give us that. Because now we got to, we've been waiting. We haven't got a year. We've been a year without Marvel content. And the one opportunity you had to kind of be like, hey, you know what? We got a lot more coming in store. Listen, here's Black Widow. We'll give you this. It's been a crappy 2020. Here you go. At least give us that. At least give us something that you could have sat with, ran through the movie and picked all the Easter eggs off for the next couple months. Tie in, what can happen, create your theories. Nothing. And it's, you know what I mean? Like, this is why, I appreciate DC for doing what they're doing with the Wonder Woman movie, dropping it on HBO Max and in theaters on Christmas.
Yeah. But
I think Marvel's waiting to see what happens with that.
Yeah, well, and then it's not looking good right now because honestly, the headline today of Wonder Woman was that it's fizzling in the international box office. And let's see if I can.
You got to expect that. Like, the COVID ain't done.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah.
Hold on.
It was bound to happen.
Your box office numbers aren't going to be great now. I saw somebody advertised today. They're like, see it in theaters. And I was like, theaters?
Here it is. Here's a headline for you. Wonder Woman 1984 flops in China box office debut.
Of course,
Wonder Woman 1984 review. Wishfulness run riot. Let's see what else.
Yeah, see, that's not even reviews of the movie. It's like,
the movie.
It's not making money.
Oh, here you go. Wonder Woman 1984 international theatrical debut disappoints. Disappointing international debut, earning only $18.8 million in China and a total of $38.5 million overseas. I don't understand how that's a failure, but
it's not going to make a bunch of money. You can't.
Sorry, let me dive.
You can't look for $100 million weekends anymore.
They're going to bank on subscribers.
Yeah,
I want to see how many people subscribe to HBO Max for Wonder Woman.
Okay,
because that's going to say a lot.
So it has a budget of $200 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I would see. Okay, so only doing like $38.5 million on opening weekend. That's going to be a hard road to become a profitable
but it hasn't opened in the United States yet.
Right. But
people aren't just going to go to theaters.
Yeah, but I don't imagine the United States release is going to help it very much, especially with.
It'll definitely help it.
Well, with the COVID situation that's still going on.
No. Here's what happens, man. People, things get released internationally, and then it gets released in the United States. The United States is still the hub of film. It's still like the determinant of like what's a big film.
Yeah, but
so it's released here. If we go see it, more people go see it.
True, but in North America, Monster Hunter was released and earned only $2.2 million in its debut.
Monster Hunter only deserves $2.2
million. Well, we don't even know if it's a bad movie. It's obviously important to take in. Yeah. It also says in this article on IGN that it's obviously important to take into consideration that less than 37% of theaters are open, and certain cities have closed them completely for the time being due to the rise in COVID-19 cases. Anyway, so I think that pivoting to Warner Brothers now, as we kind of talk, I'll wrap up Marvel in a minute, but HBO or Warner Brothers, should I say? I think that's why they did the move from HBO Max, because the projections wasn't looking good. Period. You know what I mean? I mean, we work in sales. We sit down and crunch numbers, and you could already tell right before release date, what's the situation's looking like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's all experimentation. I think Disney's waiting with Black Widow, because they didn't wait with Mulan. And then HBO, Warner Brothers, should I say, saw what happened with Mulan and was like, all right, we can't charge our subscribers to watch Wonder Woman. Theaters are whack. Let's do both and see what happens.
Yeah, but then they doubled down with the whole, let's put everything out in theaters and HBO Max for the whole 2021 slate.
Yeah, it's a bit of a chess move.
Interesting. Well, let's see what else. They got Black Widow still sitting on the horizon.
That's May, right?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even have a date here. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. We're supposed to get next year as well.
I saw there's some weird, I don't know if it was a screen test or what, but it was on Twitter. Somebody shared, and it was like the main character, like Shang-Chi, the guy who's playing Shang-Chi, doing like a fight scene with dude, and it was just like, one, camera just capturing the whole thing, and these dudes were just going at it, and it was,
oh wow,
it was intense.
I'm excited about that. I like all that kung fu stuff. Hey, Eternals, we're gonna get Eternals finally. Doctor Strange and the Multi-Universe of Madness. That's gonna have a lot to do with a lot of Spider-Man stuff that been getting scooped by Mikey Sutton, that we'll touch on a little bit before we get into some Mandalorian. Thor: Love and Thunder, Black Panther 2, which was announced that they're not going to be recasting the role of Chadwick Boseman, Tarek.
Yeah.
They're going to give him a death similar to his death in real life.
Yeah.
That was
I get that, man. It's a complicated situation. You can't please everybody.
Right.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's going to be, especially since they're going to be shooting it real soon, and, with the death of Chadwick, the untimely one, still fresh. I wouldn't. I wouldn't even recast that.
As long as he ain't white, man, I'm.
Don't worry about that. Blade. I doubt we'll see many white people in Blade. Probably vampires. Maybe that's about it.
Don't say that. He's got to kill someone.
Yeah. We're gonna get that. What's his name, Tarek? I don't even want to ruin his name. Mahershala
Ali.
Right. There you go.
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali. Captain Marvel 2 we will be getting as well. And I guess we'll not get any of the secret invasion stuff in the Captain Marvel 2 like we originally thought we were going to be getting. So it's going to be completely something different.
Yeah, Captain Marvel is gonna have to pull some weight.
Yeah. And then we're gonna get a.
She showed out in not Infinity War. She showed out in Endgame.
Yeah.
So that franchise is gonna have to pull some weight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that Shuri as Black Panther, whatever they're gonna do, is not gonna work. But I think they were kind of banking on that. I was.
Right.
Okay, well, Black Panther's gonna be this character. Now you have to do a whole new Black Panther. And then you have Captain Marvel. So Captain Marvel is the most powerful person. But Captain Marvel and Thor films are going to have to pull weight here for a little while until we get, X-Men and Spider-Man will probably have to pull some weight too. But
the meat and potatoes that people have been waiting for.
I'm not sure that I'm not in Spider-Man at this point. I feel like I got a phone call. I got a voicemail.
We need a trailer.
And it could be, hey, we want you in Spider-Man.
We need a trailer. We need some
Well,
some meat.
the Miss Marvel character is gonna cross over into the Captain Marvel 2 movie.
Okay.
And Monica Rambeau, Photon.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Think we're gonna get some Adam Warlock finally?
I think we should.
They should. It can't. Listen, no one's gonna be mad because Adam Warlock's not that popular.
Right.
But if it's another,
it's gonna be for us, like the people who know the lore.
End of credits thing for
Yeah.
Adam Warlock. It's gonna be like, okay, how long are we dragging this along?
I think we're gonna get it in some way, shape, or form. Anyway, let's see. We'll see what's going on in the rumor mill before we get into Mandalorian. Disney's Daredevil Disney Plus miniseries, possibly in the works. Okay,
I'm cool with that.
And it will be very violent, uncharacteristically violent for Disney Plus. So
you know what I always thought was funny with Daredevil? Like, why doesn't somebody just throw a bunch of marbles at him? Like the marbles hitting the ground.
It's like a blind Batman.
That should be one of his
Shatter
villains.
Mad Glass.
Yeah. Marble Man. He just comes.
Was it take a metal pipe against some metal fences?
Yeah.
He's like a blind.
Like, listen, a group of DJs from you and Joey could defeat him. It's just a group of DJs.
Throw some records at him. Oh, he sees just lines coming at him. Anyway,
you guys' villains' names could be Serato and Technique, and then you just like
Serato and Technique.
Oh man, I'm not even gonna die. I'm gonna let you let you guys. You guys want to check into those rumors? Go to thegeekositymag.com and check them out. I just want to read the headlines as they're fun to read. Robert Rodriguez joins Disney Plus the book of Boba Fett as executive producer, and that's kind of a little spoiler to what we're gonna talk off there. But I'm down, man. I like the Robert Rodriguez stuff. That one episode that he directed for The Mandalorian season 2.
Which episode did he direct?
He did the one that Boba Fett shows up coming for his armor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And what else? Let's see here. The Book of Boba Fett's gonna be a 4-part miniseries. Okay?
Yes.
So that's good. We're gonna get a dragged out season, or at least episode. DC's Punchline. Are you familiar with the Punchline character?
DC's Punchline.
It's like the new Joker's girlfriend, or whatever. The one that Harley Quinn doesn't like.
No.
And so apparently it's a very popular character, and I know the first issue of her release, her introduction to the DC universe, is a very sought after comic book, and they're talking about making a HBO Max show about the Punchline character. I guess I guess for people who don't know, it's very similar to not Daredevil, Deadpool, kind of like one of those characters with that kind of
regeneration.
No, not regeneration, or that kind of humor.
Oh,
and
the dark humor.
Yeah, dark humor and the fourth wall, breaking the fourth wall. Talking to the audience, stuff like that. Things like that.
DC,
I don't know.
Actually, I had to look it up. DC Punchline. She is another student at Snyder College. She was involved in the Joker War.
Mm-hmm, yes.
And
that's her.
Same thing. Abilities, acrobatics, hand-to-hand combat, mimicry, toxicology, and weaponry.
Yeah, so definitely I see the HBO Max trying to make their own little Deadpool thing going.
Yeah.
I get it. Let's see here. What else we got? We got a release date for the Snyder Cut in March. I think it was the 21st or 25th or something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, March 25th.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So I'm down for that. Doctor Strange sequel could feature Fox's original X-Men. Should I go into this article right now? I don't even want to go into that article. That's a black hole.
There's a lot going on with Spider-Man 3 that I'm not so sure is like.
There's a lot here.
It's not comforting for me.
Look at that. Details emerge on Spider-Man 3 plot. It's on the geekositymag.com and Mikey Sun's website. I don't even want to go into that article either, because there's another black hole we're going to go into right now.
It's wild. All I can say is that for me personally, I hope it pans out, but it just feels like so much. I feel like they're forcing Spider-Verse down our throat. Pause. And like it just feels like one big cluster of just Spider-Man characters and former Marvel properties before Disney got a hold of it.
Here's what my take on it is. I think that we're getting the news and the scoops and stuff like that, and we're consuming that, and then we're like, whoa, this is too much right now because we haven't got led there in a narrative story-wise yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think we all need to take a step back. That's why I kind of like, I appreciate Mikey Sutton scoops and stuff like that. And I always like to talk about them on the show. But I'm kind of digressing of going deep into these things, especially when we got a lot of stuff to talk about, like Mandalorian season 2, for example. Before you go on the air.
Yeah, no, real quick. And to finish off that, like, I mean, you look at the casting for the Spider-Man 3, the alleged casting. I know some people, some of it's
Dr. Octopus is coming back.
Official.
Things like that.
I think this is why I think, like you said, there hasn't been a narrative. But I think the narrative for Spider-Man 3, and the reason I feel like it's such a cluster is because we haven't been built up to the Spider-Verse thing, but it starts, in my opinion, with WandaVision.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. We got to be led there. We got to be hand led there to where we're at right now. What we know or what we see is getting scooped right now to where the actual storytelling is at, and the storytelling is way behind of where we're at with all these insider information. So, but people like this. So.
It seems like Spider-Man: Homecoming ended. Was it Homecoming? Away from home.
Away from home.
Spider-Man: Far From Home ended on a way, we're going this direction. And now it's like, Sony Spider-Verse movie did so well. Let's do Spider-Verse. And it's like, no, it feels like the direction shouldn't be Spider-Verse right now.
Right.
The next film shouldn't be about Spider-Verse. It should be about him being a criminal. And that's dangerous. But it's cool to see if they pull it off, they pull it off.
Yeah,
definitely a way.
Like I said, they got to pull it off. They got to hand lead us to through the narrative to where we're at with all these scoops and stuff like that. So let's see. I think that's it as far as the scoops that I want to talk about right now. Dacre Montgomery, that's the gentleman that was in Stranger Things, the actor.
Yeah.
So that's what he's talking about for possibly Johnny Storm. Lady Sif is gonna have her own Disney Plus series, and I guess they're gonna tie in some. I don't know what they're gonna tie in with that, but
underused character.
Yeah, definitely.
In my opinion,
definitely. I think they had her in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That was it. And
okay.
I think she had she was back in Thor 3. She was in a side thing or she helped deliver one of the stones to the what's his name? The Collector.
Collector?
Yeah. She helped in one of those side.
She was not in Thor 3.
Hold up, she's getting her
He's
own.
a Thor. One of those shows. I don't know if it was Thor 3 or was Guardians of the Galaxy. She showed up and she gave those.
It was Thor. It was Dark World.
Was it Dark World?
She handed him. She handed him the ether.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was Thor 2. She was definitely in Thor 2.
Okay. Yes.
She was supposed to be going forward, like his love interest.
Yeah.
Because of the whole Natalie Portman thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that.
Yeah, I'm just glad she's back, but yeah, they did that real quick.
Yeah, man. So
she's getting a show.
She's getting a Disney Plus show,
oh,
according to the Insider.
I don't believe that.
I am, man.
I don't believe that.
Goodness.
That needs to go outside.
What I could not believe is that. The spoilers, ladies and gentlemen. Spoilers. If you have not watched the last season finale of The Mandalorian, that's what we're talking about right now. What I could not believe is that they actually pulled off Luke Skywalker in the freaking Mandalorian, ladies and gentlemen. Okay,
it looked terrible though.
There's a lot of people saying that, and I agree with that to a certain part. And I have some quirks, I have my own issues, but Tarek, man, something that's really really hard to pull off. They did it, with the CGI technology. I mean, we had some of it before. We had Moff Tarkin, right?
Yeah.
We had Leia, of course, a little scene.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess for little scenes it was cool, but I don't know. It was like
I loved Luke CGI.
Yeah.
I didn't like Leia CGI.
I thought Leia's CGI was better than Luke's CGI.
Yeah, I think Luke.
Really?
It looked like his face was like moving like a
You could see, yeah, because
like what they call that like a bowl of Jello, you know?
Yeah, it was looking weird. You could see it.
That's
It was
Mark Hamill.
off.
That's Mark Hamill's acting.
Damn, we gotta do him like that.
Damn.
That's crazy. Now they should have used Sebastian Stan.
Well, they still might do that because apparently they want to do more. This.
That dude's closer looking to Luke than that. Than that was.
I think some recasting is gonna happen eventually.
I liked Luke's thing. Listen, he came in. They had the same energy as Luke. I liked it. I didn't. I watched it twice, and I didn't look and see I thought it was good. I like the idea. I like the idea. Yes, I like the execution and the idea. I just didn't like the CGI'd face. Okay, that didn't bother me at all.
I was trying so hard. I tried so hard for that not to bother me.
Oh man!
It's just his mouth's not moving like it's his.
He had the stubble in the beard. That's what got me. He had the stubble in the beard.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm Luke. I was looking for Jedi, so therefore I couldn't shave. You know how hard it is to shave with a lightsaber.
Oh man!
I'm telling you, they should have casted a Sebastian Stan with a grizzly beard.
Yeah, they could have done it. It could have been done. I think Sebastian Stan will be down for it. Has anybody asked him publicly if he'd be down for this role?
He probably has COVID.
Man, quite possible.
And they couldn't get him in the studio.
Who knows? We finally got like I thought we're the Darksaber versus the Beskar staff. We got that battle.
That was cool.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah. You said that like everyone was waiting for that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we were waiting for the Darksaber versus the lightsaber. No. We didn't give a shit. We didn't know that the Beskar staff could fight the Darksaber.
Yes, because we got the Beskar staff at the same episode that we figured out that the lightsabers can't cut through Beskar armor because Mando was protecting himself against Ahsoka for a moment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we didn't know about the staff. Like it was good though. It was good. That fight was good. Yeah, listen, I don't know what kind of shape Giancarlo Esposito is in.
Yeah.
Who his stunt double is. Mm-hmm. That was a good fight.
Yeah, it was some good Bushido there he was doing there. Yeah. Yeah.
And my favorite, and no one's talked. Well, we haven't talked. I'm not talking about it on Facebook either or anything. I want to support for anyone. But I was like, yo, so can Luke beat Ahsoka? Like, what's going on? Because this is he was murking those dark troopers.
Oh my God! Did you see that? He pulled all the little force tricks that you could do in the video games. He did every single one on his way to
and I love
dark troopers there.
And I love how it was reminiscent. The last dark ranger that he fought. He like squished him, like he crushed him.
Yeah, that's dark
force,
crush.
Similar to how Darth Vader crushed the last guy in Rogue One at the end.
Yeah. It was dope, man. It was great, man. And the whole episode's great. I like the woman empowerment without being like, oh, here we're gonna do some woman empowerment right now, and then it's just women just doing what they do. They were kicking ass, taking names, and
it was a realization more than here it is.
Right.
Like I was a moment where I was watching and I was like, oh
yeah,
there's a lot of strong female characters here.
Yeah. I liked it.
Oh, it was kind of like it's just Mando and Boba Fett, and the rest of these heroes, these strong people are women.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like when I have problems with my house, I come look for my wife. Well, honey, I need help with this. I need you to fix this thing. You know what I'm saying? So Mando did the same thing. He's like, I got my female friends. We're gonna wrap this up. Get the baby back.
You need to call her and ask her to help with how pronounce Kevin Feige.
Kevin Feige. It's gonna be Kevin Feige for me for now.
Great episode. I thought it was a great season.
Feige.
It was a great episode, man, and I'm excited for everything that this new era of Star Wars is gonna bring us, man. And
it's good. That Boba Fett post-credit scene is dope.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I want a Mandalorian. I want Mandalorian to continue, and then Boba Fett to continue.
So my question is to you. I got two problems I want you guys to answer before we end off the show, okay? How come Mando just hands over to Baby Yoda without no proper introduction, like, oh, hello, I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here for the child. It's just a couple little dialogue lines there. It's just kind of like, oh, this is what your person you're looking for
He
here.
had a mandate. He's honoring his mandate.
I mean, I feel like you're gonna
Or
really
like-
argue with
But
somebody with a
like,
lightsaber.
tell me your name and like how I can find you again to get my kid back. Or you know what I'm saying? Like if he's the parent,
He doesn't need that stuff.
if he's the parent though, come on. I don't know.
I know it's a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
From a long time ago. They have email yet. They have best power armor and lightsabers, but they didn't have email.
No cell phone number, nothing. No address.
Yo, Luke, at me.
All this insane technology to create. No, how crazy was it, real quick, that the Dark Rangers had to be charged because the battery life didn't last long on it.
They do have to be charged.
Yo, they had to be charged, bro. I was like, yo, these guys really charging
Did you notice,
Rangers, bro?
Did you notice that they all turned to focus Luke? Like they have like Jedi sensors.
Yeah, they
like
they sense any like a bigger threat. Like there's a bigger threat, they automatically switch.
Or
to
like they sense like the midi-chlorians or whatever in somebody or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I felt like well, I think Speedy's taking some leaks, but go ahead and leak, Speedy.
What's
They
that?
sense the midichlorians.
Midi-chlorians, yeah.
I don't think
The midi-chlorians was in the Phantom Menace, remember?
Yeah, I think they retconned that though. Since
No, they still called the M count. Remember the clones? Like I need the M
you ever
count.
heard them
Midi-chlorians.
shit since? I think it was more like it reminded me of the moment when in Endgame where Captain Marvel shows up.
And
And
yeah,
they're
I
like-
remember her.
And all the ships turn their guns.
Right.
And like, yo, something's coming that's a bigger threat. That's what it reminded me of. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think it was Luke at first. I thought it was like Ahsoka or someone.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, in an
When he
X-wing?
showed up and so it was.
In an
I
X-wing
was like,
though?
is that Ahsoka? But then I had to remember.
the
oh, she has
X-wing
the
gave it
suit.
away.
Yeah, X-wing kind of gave
Yeah,
it away.
Yeah.
But it could have been. They could have done whatever they wanted. Yeah. And then the other final thing is, if Boba Fett could just roll up and take the old Hutt palace, what took him so damn long?
He didn't have his armor.
That's all what he needed. His armor, really? Before he was murking Empire people without the armor.
Hey, you ever play football without a helmet, Speedy?
Yes, I have.
Like some people got helmets. You been out there? Did you play rugby? I don't
No,
think you
rugby,
have.
no. I've played, football in a park. With people tackling you very hard. Yeah.
That's
No.
funny.
Yeah,
Come on.
He
could have
wanted to get his armor.
ran.
That
He
was his
could have
first
ran
step.
that fade anytime he wanted. Walk in there and take wherever he wanted at any time. He ain't armor, no armor.
I don't think so.
All right, guys. Joey, I know you got to run. You
Yeah.
gotta go out on air. Let everybody know how they can follow you, keep up with you.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch at Joey Franchise, and listen to me on Wild 94.1 in Tampa. Wild 94.1 app is free to download on your app store. You can tap in with me, show some love, show that love right back. And I'm on every Monday through Friday, 7 to midnight.
Are you playing Cyberpunk?
Not yet. I want to go get it, but I'm still like between both Spider-Man games and playing 2K a lot.
Well, apparently,
Oh my god, I gotta get that Spider-Man so bad.
because you have the new PS5 or whatever.
Yeah,
you
I
have,
got a
the Xbox,
PS5.
You're good. But if you have an older system, apparently the game is garbage.
Which one?
The Cyberpunk, the new one,
Cyberpunk.
2077.
It's
yeah.
garbage if you're on the regular joint.
Yep.
If you're on
Yeah,
the current,
on
Or,
PS4.
if you're on PS4 or old Xbox, it's garbage.
damn.
Unless you
All
have
right.
a PC or a new gen.
Say less.
So
Copping it.
yeah, Tarek, when you getting that PS5, bro?
So it's gonna happen, man. I'm waiting for I'm waiting for all the people who felt like losers because they didn't have right television to sell their PS5s back,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna go get them for cheap.
All right, cool. Man. Everybody know how they can follow you, brother.
My name is Tarek at Instagram and got Tarek Lewis on YouTube and Tarek Lewis on Facebook.
Yes, and of course you can follow my Nocturnal Life as a DJ at DJ Speedy JR, all socials. And thank you so much for checking us out here at Geek Culture Congress. Of course, the Facebook page, go like it, Geek Culture Congress. That's 3 words. Instagram, all together, Geek Culture Congress. And of course, we are here every Monday afternoon, 6 p.m. We try to be live on the Checkpoint XP Twitch channel. And we will be back. I think I don't know if we're going to be back for the new year. So I want to wish everyone a happy new year, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. Happy Hanukkah and happy Three Kings Day and all that good stuff.
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa.
Yeah,
And
Kwanzaa's coming up.
yep. And Happy holidays to everyone. Be safe.
Happy Wakanda Christmas, cuz.
Yes, and hopefully for the new year we'll be back with some exciting more stuff here on Geek Culture Congress. Plans, if you're a local creator in the Tampa Bay area, video games, comic books, movies, whatever, professional esports player, I want to talk to you. I want to have you here live in the studio when COVID dies down. Contact us on the any of the socials for Geek Culture Congress. And thank you so much for hanging out with us here on a Monday afternoon. Have a good one, everyone.